Black Sire.
I would love to be able to do this full time for you.
And now, the continuing story.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Black Sire. I was able to do some things in between episodes that took way too damn long, but I figured I'd go over it with you. So, if you remember on our last episode, we only had a couple of these unlocked. I went back and I fought the armor guy a bunch of times, and I got him to drop most of these. He kept dropping the spear for some reason, so I got like the first four, but I never got the crossbow. So anyway, so he dropped some of this stuff. I think one other enemy that I came across dropped one of these pieces, though I could be wrong. But I literally just scoured the map for settlements that have paper in them, and I ran back and forth between all of these little locations and gathered paper and all kinds of stuff. I basically just looped the map, and it took about 6 hours for me to get it. But I'm not even going to make you watch a montage. I was able to unlock almost everything, which is well, everything in this tier, the research desk tier. So what's on the docket for today? I figured we would take a look at our blood altar, and I want to speed this up just a little bit. Up until now, we've been doing like V blood, maybe 2. I think we may have done 3 in one of our episodes, but I'm taking a look at what we can currently fight right now. And there is the Ferocious Bear, Nicholas the Fallen, or Nicholas, depending on what you're talking about. Since we're in Europe, Nicholas, actually, that pronunciation works. For this time period. I digress. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced for this, but anyway. Ferocious Bear, Nicholas the Fallen, Quincy the Bandit King, Beatrice the Tailor, Vincent the Frostbringer, and we just unlocked this Christina the Sun Priestess, and I'll tell you why in a second, but I figure we're going to go after the Ferocious Bear this time, so we're going to hit track. This mother bear is said to be ancient. Rumor has it that she wears a scar from every bandit king that has ever lived, a rite of passage for the position. Her life stands as a testament to the fact that no bandit leader has ever done well enough to finish the job. Well, you know, we're not exactly human, and we're definitely better than some smelly bandit leader, so I digress. We'll take care of the job. So over here in the simple workbench, I actually crafted up the Merciless Night Stalker stuff, so our gear level went up a little bit. I do want to craft the Merciless weapons. That will get our gear level from level 9 on our weapon to level 12 on our weapon. It does require a lot of whetstones and a lot of gemstones, so I'm going to go find a gemstone node or 2, show you the harvesting process for that, and then I will upgrade these off camera and come back. We're also going to pick one of these. Let's see, the Ember Chain gives you more spell power, some more health and movement speed. This one gives you a ton more spell power and critical strike chance. This one gives you, oh, they all give you the same spell power, I'm sorry. This Mist Signet gives you sun resistance and faster cooldowns, and this one gives you extra physical power. So melee class, tank class, spell sniper class, and like a semi-rogue class, I'd say. We're probably going to go with we're gonna go with the Duskwatcher's ring, so we need some crude topaz for that as well. All right, so I just kind of flip-flopped around in my head on what I wanted to do. The sun just came up, and I want to go fight the bear, but I also want to get some gemstones. It'll probably be easier to harvest some gemstones right now, so I'm going to go find gemstones. I will come back to you guys when I found them so you can see what they look like and how to harvest them, and then I will go around and harvest as much as I can during the day, and then when night falls, we'll go after the bear. But I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, that didn't take very long because we actually had one right here on our plateau. I walked the entire long way around it, so, you know, I finally ended up finding it. But this is what a gem node looks like. They look like a rock with a lot of different crystals sticking out of it, and when you harvest them, they end up coming down to stone, and then they'll drop gem dust and crude stones. Whoops. Keep hitting the wrong button. So you get crude sapphires, crude amethyst, and gem dust. All of these have their different uses, and I'm going to need to do this a ton more, so I'm going to go find what I need, and I will be back with you when I've got it all. All right, so here we are back at the castle. I got the gems that I think I need. We only didn't get emerald for the copper spear, so I'm going to craft those 3. Pick them up. Now we've got just a little step up. We'll probably end up using the sword unless we can find some emeralds on our way back, but we'll see. And I'm going to build a few more storages really quick. Oh, we have bookshelves now. I forgot. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. So these normal chests carry like 14 items. The big stashes carry 21 items. The bookcases carry 28 items, no matter which style you use, and they are much more compact than everything else, so it gives us the opportunity to empty our pockets. All right, cool. Now I'm going to go find the bear. We're going to fight the bear, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, so I know that I said I was going to wait until I found the bear to share or to come back, but I wanted to share a story with you while I was on the move. So last time I shared a story about the origins of vampires, the first recorded existence of vampires, that kind of stuff, and I was incorrect. I was talking about specifically vampires in Northern Europe when news of their mythos reached England, things like that. I neglected Eastern mythos as well as the very first recorded evidence of, I say evidence, the very first recorded stories of vampires. And the very first vampire was actually an Italian. He went by the name of Ambrosio. He was a trader, an Italian trader, and one day his trading took him as far as Delphi, or Delphi, however you want to say it, the Greek city. And while he was there, his hubris or greed, anyway, he pissed off Apollo. And we all know about the Greek gods. We know that they can be prissy little turds about, everything. So he pisses off Apollo, and Apollo curses him that whenever the sun touches him, he should burn under it. And so he was given this curse. Then his curse would continue on to be exacerbated by Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and Apollo's sister. She would curse him that in his greed, he would never touch silver again. And here's the bear. And this would have been a death sentence in more ways than one for a trader in those days, because silver is how they dealt. So he was cursed with the inability to touch the sun and silver. Sound familiar, right? Well, what would eventually go on to happen is Artemis would take pity on him because they basically destroyed this mortal's existence for just being mortal. And she took pity on him and gave him a blessing. The blessing was twofold. One, he'd be immortal. And two, he would be the second greatest hunter in existence, second only to Artemis herself. Sounds pretty merciful, right? Well, he would later go on to return to Italy as the first full-blooded vampire, carrying this curse forever with him and being able to pass it on to those who were like him. So, that was the first recorded instance of vampires in history. It was kind of a interesting little thing, and I figured I'd share it with you because I learned a little bit about it myself. So once again, vampires are not sparkly little pretty boys who go after teenage girls. They are feral monsters that have crossed the wrong god. At least in this world, and I'm talking in real life, not or whatever the mythos that that we adhered to for so long. Anyway, the hematophagy, which is that's the fancy way of saying the eating of blood, that actually also factored into the story as well. So when Ambrosio returned from Greece to Italy, he was ostracized from his community, as well as from his beloved. Her name was Celine. And so he moved into a shack in the woods and took up the life of a true hunter that could hunt anything. And as a symbol of his love and devotion to Celine, he would kill swans, drain them of their blood, and use their blood as ink to write her love letters. I couldn't find any references to whether these were received well, or if, you know, she hated his guts and that was really gross, or I don't know. But that's where it came from, is that he would extract blood in order to write these love letters. And so it became part of the mythos and eventually turned into the idea of vampires that we know today. The very basic idea that they have sharp teeth and they eat blood and they're really good at hunting. That was the first recorded instance, and I thought it was kind of cool to share. So I will be back with you as soon as I get back to the castle. All right, so here we are back at the plateau that our castle is on, and there was one thing I wanted to go over really quick that I don't think I touched on in the last episode. So wherever there are trees, they will grow back. If you cut them down after some time, I don't know exactly how long it is, but they will grow back as long as you haven't claimed and put down a normal, like, floor on it. And the devs may have changed it recently that they actually don't grow back on any claimed land unless you've planted them. But the stones were what I wanted to focus on. So the stone nodes, they actually have like a loot table attached to them. So in the Farbane Woods, so down here below this divide, down here, all of these stone nodes have the potential of being a stone node, a copper node, or a crude gem node. This is the voice of God. No, just kidding. I just forgot that they could also be sulfur nodes in the Farbane Woods. Figured I would let you know in post. All right, back to the video. So at any point in time, you can come across any one of those nodes in any of the places where the nodes will spawn. So one time you might harvest a bunch of stone and come back and half of them are gems. And it's kind of the same for all of the locations. So in the Dunley Farmlands area, this is where iron is found. So if you break up things, you'll get iron. And I believe there's a step up quality-wise for gems and whatnot in that area. And then over here in the Silverlight Hills, this is where you get silver. And then up here in the Cursed Forest, this is where you get things like spirit stones. And this is a yet unreleased area on the map, which hopefully will come out before we finish this series. Otherwise, we'll just have to do an update on it when the time comes. All right, so let's jump back into our blood altar. The ferocious bear gave us the bear form. Now, last time I was talking to you, I had said that the only way into certain areas was with the dynamite. Apparently, the bear form, which looks like this, by the way, it has a special attack. If you press, if you press T, it roars. I'm still not sure what the hell that does. But if you press Q, it does this slam attack. And that slam attack is powerful enough to take down a lot of things that explosives will take down. So this is a very useful power to have and very underrated. And I don't think there's a lot of places that actually say it in the game, but useful to have. Now, we're going to pick Nicholas the Fallen. He's going to give us the next upgrade for researching. So we're going to track his blood, and we will go after him. Now, we've unlocked these two V-Bloods since the episode started, but we are still going to just go and systematically hunt these ones. Let's go find Nicholas the Fallen, a necromancer driven out of high society in Silverlight for his indulgences in the dark arts. Now he lives among the undead, using his unliving servants to fulfill his needs as well as bring him back unwilling subjects for his experiments. Let's go kill this guy, shall we? I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, so I might be wrong, but he might actually be in this cemetery that I thought the other guy was in last episode. So I guess we're gonna fight our way in here. Now, we don't have any of the special undead killing equipment yet, so we're just gonna stick with what we got. And I always feel like clobbering something to death with a big hammer, or in this case, a mace, is probably the way to go. So we're just gonna treat all the undead like nails and pound them into the ground. Gonna collect all those morning lilies while I'm at it. Actually, I'll collect those when I'm done. That way you guys just get to watch the action. Ooh, I missed something, and somebody got me with something. Come on, let me kill you. I didn't give you permission to throw a fireball in my face. There we go. I figure it's only fair. He threw a fireball in my face. I smashed his in with a mace. We're good. Alright. Yeah, this guy has got to be up top here. I don't know why I thought Goreswine was the one up here. Okay, there's a bunch of summoners here. We're gonna... Man, that is seriously the most overpowered spell in the game. This Chaos Volley. Because when you throw Chaos, it burns the enemy with Chaos Fire, which is, like, no enemies in the game that I know of have resistance to. So even the final boss of the game takes immense damage from it. All right, here's this guy. Let's clobber you, dude.
Do not interrupt my work.
Oh, but I shall. Quit teleporting, that's cheating. Ooh. Ow. Wow, those spells hit harder than I thought. Alright, dude. Come on. Whoa, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Dude, your minion bloat is ridiculous. I will take that blood from you. Not that you'll need it any longer.
I will be back for you.
Spasibo tovaryshi. I don't know, he had a Russian accent, so I figured the need to say that. Anyway, gonna collect this stuff. I am going to scour the graveyard for anything that I find of value, and I will see you guys back at the castle. Okay, here we are back at the plateau. So one thing that I forgot to go over in the last however many episodes of this we are in, that was kind of a cool transition. Like, I walked past the archway and then I teleported. Anyway, sorry. I get distracted by so many things. My ADHD shows bad some days. Anyway, so over here under J, under journal, this is our abilities. And so when we kill certain V-Bloods, we get their abilities. And their abilities can vary from really awesome to really stupid. I don't really like most of the unholy abilities. So let me start at the basics. These are your abilities up here that are like spells. These go over here in your R and C slots, and they do damage or defense in the case of something like the Crimson Aegis. Then you have a movement ability. Each different tier has one, a movement ability, and they are somehow imbued with that element. So this is an unholy movement ability that does inflicts damage with projectiles. This is an illusion ability that throws projectiles when you teleport. Chaos ability that allows you to teleport twice, and your original position explodes. And I don't remember what the frost is. We haven't unlocked it yet. Anyway, so the reason I like this one, Veil of Blood, is because it triggers an automatic critical hit after you teleport, and you heal 25% of that damage, which is why I teleport so much. I've gotten used to it in my play style. I use that to keep up on my heals. Anyway, so we unlock these abilities through our V Bloods. I will go over them in greater detail if anybody asks me to in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick with what I like, which is Chaos Volley, the most overpowered thing in the game, and the Veil of Blood. I'll use Blood Right until I get the other one that I really like. Under Vampire powers, these are other powers that V-Bloods give you. This is your heal yourself. It'll drain part of this blood pool and heal you appropriately over time. This one is Expose Vein. This allows you to have one of your teammates drink from you. You will cut your reservoir in half, but you will also share the blood quality. So I'll have like a teammate with brute 43% quality blood, but we both only have 5 liters of blood then. There's also another one, I can never remember what it is, but this is where our wolf form, rat form, dominating form, and bear form are, and there are a couple of other forms that we'll deal with when we get to them. So back to our blood altar. We just killed Nicholas the Fallen. He totally looks like Rasputin from that Anastasia cartoon that came out in like, what was it, 99? And that's what I think of him, and he has a Russian accent, so it just kind of fits. Anyway, we are going to go after Quincy the Bandit King. And just in case, I am going to craft a little bit of explosive because I know that we need some in order to get into his place. But we also have the bear power, so we can actually test that out and make sure I wasn't getting trolled. So, Quincy the Bandit King, the king of the bandits, once heralded as a hero of the common people of Dunley. His lack of proper reverence for the Church of Luminance saw him driven into Farbane, where his prowess in battle earned him the respect of the banditry and eventually a place as their champion and king. He may have been a good man once. Well, we'll relieve him of his duties and title. But let us just double check really quick what it would take to craft an explosive. Oh, that's right. I never crafted the alchemy table, which needs planks and sulfur and blood essence. So let's see what I have along the lines of sulfur and I don't organize things very well, and blood essence. Perfect. So we are going to put down the alchemy table. We're not going to put it anywhere in particular. I will reorganize this stuff once we have just a little more technology unlocked. Minor explosives. So we need some whetstone, and then we are good to go. So let's grab those whetstone. We're going to build literally just one, and then that'll craft up while we're working. We will compulsively count, which I talked about before, allows you to just stack up things in whatever inventory you currently have open. It's super useful. Oh, nope. Need that, I think. And what is this? The Frozen Eye. Bring... That is for something we actually already have, but I'm just going to keep it for now. Let's grab that explosive. Gonna put it right there. That's an annoying bit. Whenever you pull something from one inventory into another, it switches places rather than reorganizing it in the inventory that you're in. Just a minor annoyance. But I am going to go to the king's place. I'll follow the blood trail, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, you may recognize this place as where we got our stalker when we grabbed our first person. Oh crap! I didn't see you there. Suppose that's good. You're a good assassin. I didn't see that coming. But you know, then I killed you anyway. Yeah. So this is where we collected our stalker to begin with, and right here, if you hit this, it requires explosives, but I'm pretty sure that the bear will allow us to barrel through it. Pardon the pun, I didn't intend that. Ah, it did. Haha. All right, so we didn't need the bomb. Let us kill everybody. Surprise. And I am keeping an eye out for anything greater than 43% as far as blood is concerned. I probably won't find them right now, but this location that we're currently in is one of the best places to come for servants a little later in the game, because you can get literally every blood type except for creature at 100% quality from this stronghold. I'm not sure why it's this location. I don't get it, but it is. This is where I got it in my last playthrough, so. Come on, just die. Save yourself the embarrassment of being slaughtered by me. All right, and I'm not going to go through and loot this place until I'm done with the Bandit King, and then I'll do it and I'll show you what I get when I'm done. Ow. I forget that when those guys do their shield attack, well, it keeps you, I don't really want, rogue blood. So when you jump on somebody with F to, you know, eat their face, you can actually just left click and it will kill them instantly with like a, I don't know, a fatality or something like that. But basically it stops drinking their blood, so you don't have to waste your time and effort on that. Because sometimes you really don't want to lose the higher quality blood that you do have available. Like that. All right, what are you? You're a rogue, you're a creature. And did you see when I teleported and then attacked him, it automatically did the critical damage and it healed me completely. So that is why I like this Veil of Blood ability probably the best. And see, it did more damage to her too. Ooh, glass. I think we need some glass. Can't wait until we defeat the Bandit King, and then we have the ability to go mine iron and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, in order to kill the Sun Priestess, we actually have to go to the Iron Mine, so I'll be able to show it to you, and then I'll just do all the mining off screen, because it's a lot of the same that I've done before. I hit something with a big hammer, and all right, let's kill this guy. Pretty sure it's flesh and blood, dude. And if it bleeds, I'll eat it. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. That hit harder than I was expecting. Fortunately, with a little bit of teleport magic and a strike, I heal back up. Ow. Knock it off. Didn't your mother ever tell you it was not nice to charge into people with a big shield? Ah. All right, dude, just go down. Thank you very much. I will take that from you. And by that, I mean your life. Perfect. All right, so let me grab these really quick, and then I'll show you in our journal. We got new powers. Now, I happen to know that his new powers are an ultimate. So this down here is our ultimate slot. It is our first ultimate, so it is the one that we are going to pick. that charge where he puts his shield up and then he runs across the screen, that is now ours to command. It takes ridiculous amounts of time to cool down, so you can't spam it in PvP or PvE. There is no setting in the server setup that changes that, and that's totally fine because this is incredibly broken. Some of these abilities are almost one-hit kills on like final level V bloods. So anyway, I am going to ransack this place for all that it's worth, and I will be back with you when we get back to the castle. All right, here we are back at our castle, and as you can see, I've got myself another parasite in tow. I decided I was going to grab another servant while I was in the bandit camp, and she was the last one there, so I just grabbed one of the bomb throwers. Like I've said before, it doesn't make much of a difference what they were beforehand, except for where you got them. So I'm going to build another servant coffin, and I'll be back with you once I've done that. All right, so I just built these 3 coffins, and I was going to check on something, but I'm not too worried about it right now. We're going to put the bomber, unnamed, by the way, put name suggestions in the description. I've got 3 servants that need to be named and a castle that still needs to be named, and that's on you guys, so let me know in the comments below. So, unnamed bomber has military tactics, so -100 difficulty when hunting in a fortified area, so going into a bandit camp, that kind of stuff. And she's a Farbane hunter, so she gets a bonus 20% on doing anything in this first area. And her blood quality is 2%, so her expertise is going to be between 2 and 4%. So convert. And it doesn't make a ding sound like I said in the first episode, but she'll be done in a little bit. Oh yeah, I don't need to be all sexy anymore. I can go back to being all scary and tear people apart-y stuff. I did also, on our way back, get some emerald. So I just need some leather, and my spear will be completely upgraded too. And of course, it's not in the first or second place I look. It is always right there. We are going to go get that merciless stabby, and now we're looking good. Got some badass gauntlets and a really good looking spear. All right. Now I'm just going to empty my inventory accordingly, and we're going to see who's next on the let's kill him list. All right, Beatrice the Tailor. Now this is an old grandma. A spirit of full disclosure, we literally go and slaughter a sweet old lady. So this is Beatrice the Tailor. She gives us our human form, our tailoring ability, as well as our hunter's cloak. So the most talented tailor in all of Adoran. But no one is without a skeleton in their closet. Though the legacy of Dracula's blood runs through her veins, she has proven far more charming than dangerous. Well, let's go kill a little old lady. I'll be back with you guys once I found her. Okay, so I think I found where she's located. In this village, we've got some enemies to fight, so let's fight our way in and see if we can find the old lady. Wow, those guys are tankier than I remember. Holy crap. Fire. No, I don't. Nope. It's hot, damn it. Well, I'm definitely snagging me one of you longbowmen. Okay, let's pick up all the goodies. And, yes, vampire. And you're just a worker, so you're not very useful. Ah, town crier. Kill him. There we go. Now, the old lady should be in here somewhere. There she is. See her? Now, she has No attacks, and the only thing she actually does is she pisses off all the rest of the villagers to fight you. So, this is going to be a little bit of a one-sided slaughter, and I'm sorry if this bothers anybody, but, you know, it's all part of the game. All right. Don't worry. I made it quick. Makes me wonder if vampires have preferences. If, like, I don't know, just like we would say I want Indian food, like, do they say, hey, I want Indian, and does it have the same effect on them that Indian food has on the Western world? Like, you know, do they have to spend more time in the bathroom or something? I don't know. It was literally, sorry, it was just a random thought that popped into my head. So, I mean, I suppose your food tastes like whatever it eats, so we'd be no different, yeah? And now we have the human form. This is a super useful thing because it allows you to wander into human villages without arousing suspicions. And here's what it looks like. And it's the slowest form, but it doesn't arouse any suspicion, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back to our castle, and I will see you in a minute. All right, here we are back at our castle. Perfect. Now, there was a stone golem or stone elemental or something up top here, wasn't there? I want to see if I can find it real quick. Oh, I hear it. There we go. I'll beat it up now. I think I have enough levels I can do that. Oof. He definitely hits a lot harder. No, let me kill you. Let me kill you like a good monster. Thank you. Don't stun me. Yeah, fire is not really all that effective against stone. But man, that knockback is brutal. Ow. Anyway, so when he falls, he gives us, if I remember to hit the right button, he gave us that. Maybe he gave us that. I don't know. He gave us stone, topaz, and mist stone. So there's that. I'm going to gather this up really quick, which is just more stone for the grinder. Gather all that. That, and then I'm going to ignore the rest. We're going to run back inside. I'm going to take care of some things. I'll be right back with you. All right, so I finished up with that. All I did is I just went over to the blood press and I put the hearts and stuff. Jeez, the hearts and stuff from my inventory in there to get the blood essence out of them. And now I figured we would take a look at our last 2 V bloods for today. Oh, she allows us to make glass. I really need that. We need that for the upgrades. So we're going to go after Vincent the Frostbringer and then Christina the Sun Priestess. But the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to... Where did it go? There it is. This. The Vampire Waygate. Planks, copper ingots, gem dust, and blood essence. This will allow us to travel around a hell of a lot faster. So I'm going to gather up those materials really quick, and then I'll be back with you. So I gathered all of the materials, and now we need to go put it over here. The thing has to be outside, so we're going to have to basically remove the the flooring here. All right, so here's the Vampire Way gate. It allows us to teleport. It's that simple. We're gonna go back to the way gate that we discovered over by Beatrice, and this will allow us to get a hell of a lot closer to our next quarry. And I am going to hunt him during the day because he wanders and it doesn't really matter what time I fight him. So I will come back to you when I found him. All right, so I finally found him. He's right here. He's with 2 others, but let's see if we can take them out. Aha, of course we can.
Let's show them why you don't mess with militia.
Well, let's show them why you don't mess with vampires. Ow. Really? Ah. That's cold, man. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I hate myself for that one too. All right, come on. Ah, you cow. Oh wait, that's right. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let's try this one. Haha, gotcha. And I will take that from you. Thank you. Can't remember what powers he gives us. If he even gives us any powers. Well, according to my journal, it says he does. Now, he was a frost. So he gives us the frost power that allows you to shield for 125% of your spell power, and then your next attack deals 25% more damage, so it's like an instant crit. And then you do a frost nova as well. So there is that. But unfortunately, this episode is running a heck of a lot longer than I had intended for it to be. So this is where we're going to call it today. And next time we will fight the Sun Priestess, Tristan the Vampire Hunter, aka Van Helsing with a pilgrim hat, and Leandra the Shadow Priestess. I'm going to upgrade all of my gear to iron. I am going to probably in the next episode, I'm going to spend the majority of the time building and crafting and that kind of stuff, just so that I can get some of that logistical junk out of the way. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that in between takes. You guys tell me in the comments below. Would you prefer to see like a crafting and building episode, or do you want me to just get on with the action and I'll just kind of give you a tour of what I do in between episodes? I will wait to hear back from you. But keep in mind that I'm trying to get this series out every Thursday and Sunday for right now. So there's only so long I can wait before I'm gonna have to take action. Anyway, if you did enjoy the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, all those fun things. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.